Hey Cancer, welcome to your November 2020 reading. My name is Shay, and if it don't apply, let it fly. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and hop right into your cards. So, when I was pulling out your cards, I heard you're not playing nice anymore. I heard the words, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Okay, that's what I'm kind of feeling, especially with Oshun in reverse. Now, I know that's not necessarily what she represents, but you know, with these things, we got to go intuitive with it. And I feel like that's exactly what I heard. I feel like some of you may not be playing nice anymore. I think you tend to take on the kind-hearted person who takes care of people and kind of nurtures people, and things of that nature, and I think you just kind of over it, okay? But there's also a message of being egocentric that shows up with the Eight of Earth as well as Oshun, and it also shows up in the Ace of Air. I feel like some of you may be taking it a little too far. Like, you know how people think about themselves and say, okay, you know, I'm gonna start taking care of myself, and it's like, okay, obviously everyone should do a little bit of that, but when you take it so far that you're almost arrogant or that you're almost destructive. That's the word I'm looking for. If you're becoming destructive with it, then that's different. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, even to yourself, we're not even just talking about to other people, because I feel like this has made you stop your creative process. Some of you are no longer creating, and that can be in any way. That can be, you know, artistically, if you are a creator. It could also be in like materialness of, like, you know, things that you need, like resources, things of that nature, money, food. Like you're no longer creating what you know you should create because you feel like I've done enough, I've had enough. Even in learning, I would say, and increasing your knowledge about stuff, you're just deciding not to. There's also this lack of inspiration. Maybe some of you are lacking, you know, you're not feeling as inspired as you once did to do certain things, or almost a little bit of lostness, I want to say. I feel like you're not flying high as you normally would in regards to a next step in your life for some kind of reason. But it's almost not like a lostness where you're lost and you're kind of sad about it and you're trying to figure it out. It's almost a lost of like, yeah, I'm lost, but I don't get no. Like, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting for you, Cancer. I know that's like random, but that's what I'm feeling. Okay, this is trapping you. You are putting yourself in a mental cage. You are putting yourself in a cage. You are kind of restricting what you have the ability to do by the way that you're going about certain things, okay? Essentially, the message that they're giving you, Spirit is giving you going forward, is to increase that creativity. There's something about prospects as well and having new opportunities that are coming to you very soon. You have the power to either take them and build them into something great, or to really kind of mess them up. So don't get so relaxed in the idea that I've had enough. Like it's almost this message of like, you're not done yet. So don't get relaxed. You know what I mean? You haven't arrived, and that's not to damper you. That's literally to help you. If you may think like, okay, I've done this much stuff, so I should be good to go. And they're telling you no. You're not good to go, boo. You got a little bit more to go before you get where you really want to be. You know what I mean? Because I feel like anything that you try to do right now will only get you a portion of the way, or it won't get you where you've imagined yourself to be. Okay, does that make any sense? I hope I'm making sense, but that's what I'm sensing for you. You have to keep going. Okay, you may run into someone who is a little older than yourself and a little more dreamier, more artistic. I don't know what type of role this person will play in your life at the moment, because honestly they're blocking me from that information. But watch out for people like that, or that could just simply represent who they need you to be right now. Be the dreamer you are, be the writer you are, be the creative that you are. Increase your psychic and intuitive abilities. Research that on your own, because you know I'm all about leading a fish to water, or whatever they say, a horse to water, child, whatever. Make sure that you are reading and researching on how to increase your intuition. If you need to meditate. If that's not your thing, you know, maybe you need to grab you some of these and really be, you know, working on those intuitive messages, discerning your gifts. Some of you may have different psychic gifts that you need to develop, but that's a really big thing, because that your creativity is going to play a big part. Like, they're really only focusing on that aspect of you, because you are the bomb. You know what I mean? So let's blow some things up. Let's just not be the bomb. You feel me? That makes sense. That was cute, wasn't it? All right, so we're gonna move on to your career and finances for November 2020. Okay, so we got a lot going on. We got clearing debts. Okay, obviously some of you may be paying off debt. If you're not paying off debt, you may be needing to clear out emotional debt. If you have any attachments or anything that is unhealthily sticking to your emotions, it is time to sever that thing. Okay, positivity, optimism, and faith. Liven your optimism. Make sure that you are keeping faith in the divine. Make sure you're keeping yourself up in that way, like doing that maintenance, because it's easy to think that because you're not outlandishly doing negative things, it automatically means that you're being positive, and it doesn't. You know what I mean? And positivity also doesn't have to be blind optimism. I'm piecing that together right now. So like, for instance, with the feeling like you've arrived and then you kind of stop at the halfway point, I feel like if that's keeping you from taking the next step in your journey because you feel like, okay, I've done enough, so I'm not going to do anymore, that's a form of negativity that can be blocking your blessings, if that's making any sense. You know what I mean? Because it's like, we're all students at best. There's always something you can do. There's always something that you can learn. There's always something that you can be better at. So this life is a journey. You have to keep going, okay? And then we have quiet retreat. Maybe time for some time alone. You need to think. That is a big thing that I heard. You really, really need to think. I think that, again, with this no more Mr. Nice Guy, I feel like you just may have gotten, I don't even think you got mad. I just think you got fed up. And I feel like you need to really like sift through those thoughts away from other people and away from those who may have upset you, so that you can really understand what you're going through, okay? And then donations, tithing, and charitable work. Get into giving. However that form looks to you, whether that's donating your time, your attention, or your money, whether that's, you know what I mean, giving back to someone who may not have the things that you have. Again, with this thing, stopping at the halfway point, okay? So let's move into your love life, okay? So we have the Siren. Alluring, seductive, enticing, mysterious, threatening, and vindictive and rebellious, okay? So this is one or two scenarios, but my heart is really on one. You may be kind of playing this, you might be feeling yourself right now. You might be over-exaggerating your interest in being in relationships, your interest in being intimate with people, or things of that nature. And not out of negativity, not because you're trying to hurt anyone, or not because you're a bad person, just because, again, you're feeling it. So you just kind of like, yeah, look at me, I'm hot. But it's also like, is that really what you want, if that's what you're giving off? Now, this can only be for a few of you, but that's what I'm seeing. Now, of course, the second scenario, that there could be someone around you that asks you on a date, because that's the next thing. It's a plan. Getting asked out, text message, or call with the intent to date, tentative plans, making a solid plan. So with this Siren card and this It's a Date card, you may be running into a Siren who asks you out on a date. Again, my point still, you know, it's proven. If you are not interested in that, do not play with it. You feel me? If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Don't allow yourself to get, you know, wrapped up in something that you really don't want, okay? So we're gonna give you an inspirational message for the month, or something that you need to hear, okay? Any messages for Cancer in November 2020? Any other messages for Cancer in November 2020? Whew. Okay, y'all got 3. Y'all are so special. Y'all getting so many cards. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. And I think that that's an attitude that we all can afford to take on. Just because something negative happened to you, or something that pissed you off and made you stop wanting to be nice, it doesn't mean that that is forever. And it also doesn't mean that it had no purpose. You know what I mean? It was supposed to teach you something. It was supposed to grow you. If you think of it all that way, you wouldn't be as upset about it, if that makes any sense, okay? Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Again, inspiration, creativity, getting back on the horse of whatever it is keeps you going and gets you going. Because I feel like you might be focusing just a tad bit much on the negatives in life and not really expanding your personal self, okay? No, wait, pause, and say no. And postpone. Sorry, y'all. So there's a no somewhere. If you just ask yourself a question, that's your answer. If you are going to make a big move, like I said, I can't make this up. Earlier, we were talking about being at the halfway point, not quite ready to go where we're trying to go. If you're about to make a leap right now and you don't have all your ducks in a row, and you know you don't have all your ducks in a row, the answer is no, not yet. Postpone it, give it a second, okay? But that's all I'm saying for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you resonated, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. I love you, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye.